Welcome, everyone. Tonight, with my first English webinar, I'm going to talk about our essence and how connecting to our essence makes such a difference in the way we are able to be here on Earth, especially in this time. I'm going to share my screen. So this is a meditation and healing webinar, and I'm going to just share a basic explanation so that you understand how I work with the essence, because it's actually a completely new thing that I'm doing. And just see it as a game, and don't see it as if it's something real. It is real and it's not real. But see it as a game. And when you see it as a game, you're more and more detached from this planetary 3D consciousness of our reality, because it's a projection, it's an illusion. So by playing this game in this way, you will actually feed into playing a game. And when you're playing a game, you're not so attached to the outcome for some people. So I have been doing healing meditations for, I don't know, for ages. And until recently, I would do my connection to source. I would call in an archangel. I have some master guides. I will ask my spirit family to be present. I will do all these things that I, learned from Omnium. But I can't anymore since I connected to my essence. I noticed that I'm not able to um, to do this anymore because it feels so small, so silly. So once you're connected to the essence, you will notice that the energy is amazing and you're directly connected to source. There's nothing in between. There's nothing you need from the outside world. And we've always learned, everything is within you, na 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 na, which is true, but we've never learned how to access that thing that's within you. And by doing it this way, you will find that you will access it in a different way. But I have to tell you something before we can just go into this essence meditation, because you have to understand, what the basis is of this whole principle. So let me introduce myself for those who do not know me. Okay, so I'm a mix of Lebanese, French. My father is half-half, and my mother is Dutch, Scottish, and Irish. So I'm quite a, mix of everything. I was born in Iran because my father worked there as an interior designer, and I grew up in Lebanon, which used to be the pearl of the Middle East until we already started the war, and I've experienced the war, I've been through the war, and that changed. Actually, no, that gave me actually I figured out that I had PTSD, because I didn't even realize that I did. But after some while, I was diagnosed with that by a doctor, and I was totally surprised. I said, "Me? Why?" And I was reading all those books of Maté and Levine, and I never, for not 1 second did I ever think that I would be traumatized, because I don't see it as being traumatized, because I'm mostly in the freeze. So I have been working through that part. And so my perspective on life, because I mean, those who've been in war, you probably know, they're shooting 24/7, and it sounds like when you're in Holland, we have New Year's, and they make a lot of racket and a lot of noise, boom, and goes on forever, and that sounds a lot like Lebanon. And for me, it doesn't scare me at all. I get homesick for Lebanon. So I'm kind of weird, and I understand that. Anyway, During my childhood, um, I saw it. I saw Lebanon turn into ruins, and so this PTSD is something that I understand when I recognize that in other people, because that's always easier to find it in someone else. So, and I can, and it's been really very useful as a neuropathic therapist, which I am. And when I was 3, I definitely knew that I didn't belong here. I felt I was put on the wrong planet. And I was convinced that someone would come and take me home and I spent really hours on this same balcony that I'm showing you there, waiting for them to come and pick me up from somewhere. So also as a child, I had this notion that my thoughts were not mine, and that could drive me crazy. So that's a theme that went through my life in different phases. Sometimes I would just ignore it, and sometimes it would really come up really strongly. And I was always searching for how can I get out of this? And I have even contemplated suicide at some point, um, understanding that that wouldn't even solve any problems, wouldn't solve the problem, because at the end of the day, I would still be in this loop of reincarnation. So on a deeper level, I understood the matrix, and I've been searching and searching actually my whole life. So finding my way out of the matrix is not something that I, discovered like yesterday. It's my theme. It's, you know, what I feel that I'm supposed to figure out in this life. And so over the years, I've become a clairvoyant healer. And for a while now, I think maybe 2000, actually quite some time, even longer before, I started seeing codes. And when I saw the movie The Matrix, I really understood. I mean, I thought, okay, so these are the codes that I'm seeing, because I never I never understood what I was looking at. So for me, codes are just very real, and they look like the codes behind a website. So when you create a website, you create codes. Okay, so and then you'll get, the background and the, the text and whatever, and the pictures. If you don't like something on your website, it doesn't really help a lot if you start clicking on it, or putting posted sticky notes on your screen to hide something that you do not want to see. It doesn't work that way. So you have to go into behind the computer or behind the website. You go to the source codes, and you select what you do not want, and you delete it. So that's actually how I've been working for a long time. I've been doing this actually for a while. So for me, I can see every emotion, every trauma, every aspect that is holding us in this physical reality, which is what it is. All these emotions keep you stuck in a sort of loop, and I'm noticing that it's keeping you stuck, keeping us stuck in this matrix. We are creating the matrix altogether with our codes. So our codes are personal, yet they're collective as well. So now just imagine you have, you are playing this computer game, and um, and all of a sudden your avatar in the game does not respond to you. It just thinks, you know what, I'm gonna figure out how to get out of the situation myself. I don't need to listen to you. And you are, you're the player, and yet, your avatar is not responding to you, not the nudges or the information or your guide. So now the only thing you can do as a player is just sit there and watch what your avatar is doing. Well, we have been doing this forever. We have had, if you've been here on this earth for a longer time, you've had multiple incarnations. And every incarnation is yet another loop in this matrix system, because even, going in the afterlife is also a construct. So it's all, we're just stuck in this construct. So when we come back, we have the recollection of our former lives, or we have the traumas that we hold on to. These are all the codes still working in the next game. So we keep going from game to game to game. And this avatar really believes that he has to solve all the problems. He has to do it all by himself. And of course, he can't. So then he's going to call this and that or whoever, but he's calling them in the game. He's not calling them outside the game. Can you imagine? So even if you go, you pray to God, at the end of the day, you're the one always deciding and choosing. And it's very hard for us to listen to guidance. So actually, this is what our essence feels. He feels exactly this, that we are in this. He has no access to us, and you'll find in the meditation what we're going to go through in a little while. You're going to notice um, how strong the connection is from your essence to your creator source, your divine father. So why am I using this healing webinar right now? Because there's a special planetary alignment. Okay, so I'm using this planetary position actually, because it influences us in a certain manner, but also all the people watching it, connecting to it, believing all kinds of stuff, so that they have to create, because, there's this alignment, and that's gonna, that's a good omen if you create from that part. So I'm using actually the collective to implant something new. So this is actually my way of adding into the consciousness, but I'm using a larger consciousness than I would, we are here like, some 40 people, but by aligning our consciousness, because of this alignment, we're adding to the larger consciousness. This is how it goes. So I thought this was a clever way of adding this information in the larger collective field. So I'm going to explain what we're going to do in this healing webinar, and I know it's different than what you've known. So I don't call in any archangels, or I don't call in any masters. We are our own masters, and we have our own connection. So if you're interested in the basis of, how the matrix has been formed until now, you can look into my YouTube channel. It's called, it's in Dutch, Onze Geschiedenis, but there's a very good English translation, or any translation actually in other languages. And it seems to be a good translation all in all. So you could look in that, and you could check the basic information on this. But now for this. So when we connect to source, I know there are lots of people connecting to the I am, or to some cosmic thing, but we don't go there. Okay, so I'm asking you to, clean slate. If you're used to something else, just clean slate. And just imagine, okay, so our planet here is connected to the galaxy, right? And this galaxy is a part of our local universe. Now, people talk about universes as if they were galaxies, but we do not have contact with other universes, not that easily, because this huge universe with 100,000 galaxies is just a teeny part of a larger major universe, which is the universe number 7. Okay. So we don't speak of universes, these are, um, galaxies and other planetary systems. And so our universe, this is our local universe. And here is our divine creator source. So I could say, um, this is source, creator source. This is creator source. And in every single universe in this one, every single center, we have a creator source, um, and then a divine creator. And then we have, creator source of, that's the beginning of all creation. So sorry, I need to say the divine creator instead of creator source. So this is creator source and this divine creator, and this is divine creator. So we call this, our local universe. We call him the Divine Father. Okay, and why do we call him the Divine Father? Because in fact they are all the same, and they all are also divine fathers. We have a divine mother, and we have a divine son. But he's the mind, and when we call upon him and we connect to Divine Father, we actually connect to the whole. You can't actually separate. Well, separation is a thing from here on this earth. And you can say, okay, Father, why is it called Father? We have issues with fathers, we have issues with mothers, we have issues with gender. This is past all of these human crazy labels that we have. So just, park it and try to feel what it means when you connect to your divine Father, your creator. Okay, so your original creator. And the reason I say this is because there is so much manipulation here on this planet. We call this the prison planet. And I have to say just a teeny tiny bit, because you have to understand why it's called the prison planet. Why are we in a matrix in the first place? So let's go to the source, to the beginning. So I use the Urantia book as a basis, but also the books of Caroline, the Divine Plan. So let's go to the beginning. So on this earth, there is this being called Kaligastia or Yahweh, and he's regarded as the God of the Old Testament. Okay, so we know Yahweh as the God of the Old Testament, but many people don't realize that he's actually a steward of this planet. He was appointed to oversee the earth and its inhabitants, and he's functioning as a caretaker of this greater in of this planet for our planetary system. Okay, he's also called the planetary prince, and every planet has such a being. Okay, so in Caroline's book we call him Sun 3. So originally he operated in alignment with the source of creation. He was, in contact with ultimate source of all that exists, and his role was to support and protect life on earth. So his consciousness encompasses the earth. So you have to understand such beings are really huge. It's just not a small being. He encompasses the whole earth. We are living in his body. Okay, so you need to understand that. That means that you just can't, push anything away. You can't, you have to live with it. Okay. And we have to find ways out, but not through the same way as it has been created. Sorry. So, but this whole thing started with Lucifer. Lucifer is not a fallen angel. We need to know that as well. He's a vast consciousness. He's even larger than that of Yahweh. He encompasses a big part of our galaxy. Okay, he's responsible for overseeing that part. And contrary to common belief, he's not a fallen angel at all. because that way we think of Lucifer as a small, fallen angel. And when you understand who Lucifer is, then and you understand what his character traits are and how it's embodied also in the earth, because the earth is part of the galaxy and he's part of that. So also his energy is right through the whole of the earth and through over part of our galaxy. So also Lucifer, you can't just push out. And trying to find a way out through the dome is quite a challenge. And then we have Lucifer there, who's a great creator. They're creator beings, by the way, all three of them. So Lucifer encompasses a big part of our galaxy, and then we have Satan. In the name of Satan, always everybody goes, but he was a beautiful being of light, and he too had part of our planetary system. So we have Yahweh, then we have Satan, and then we have Lucifer, and all three of them are part of our existence, of our matrix, and the three of them created this matrix because they went out of alignment. They wanted to become autonomous, and so they created. So they were disconnected from source, and because they were disconnected from source, they couldn't maintain life the way it used to be, because source is created by the mind, the physical, and the spirit. But the mind and the physical is a given, and the spirit was an aspect that was left out when they came out of alignment. So the only thing they can do is reproduce by by copying, because they miss the basic of the Divine Mother. They miss the spirit energy. So they only can clone or copy or reproduce what is already there. And their lifespan is finite. So they lose the whole aspect of infinity. So when you look around, you see this whole thing about AI and how they want to live forever. This is because, they are aware that they can't live forever and they're finite and they're going to disappear. And, this is part of their thing. So I mean, this is important for us to know what the basis is of our matrix. So they created this matrix, but they can't create it and they can't maintain it without us. Okay, so we have a bunch of beings that are soulless. We call them non-player playing characters. We have a bunch of reptilians and other beings, evolutionary beings. They do have a soul, but they're very unaware of creator. And then we have a bunch of beings, and I'm sure you're part of them, because you would not be attracted to this work if you didn't have the spark from creator. And it sounds like, how could there be only just, a small bunch of us doing that? Because we were called in. Actually, there was this calling, and there were beings that said, okay, I volunteer to come here on earth. I volunteer to be part of this. And Christ came before us and made a path, and we are maintaining this connection, whether you're aware of it or not. This connection is there just by being born. So if you're looking for, what is my purpose in life? Well, the purpose is that you're alive. That's your only purpose. And you can watch Netflix all day and you're still fulfilling your purpose. And everything else that you do is just bonus, okay? So holding the energy and aligning yourself to creator source, or to divine father, to your to your essence, just gives more power into the consciousness field, so that we're holding another creation, because um other, what we see is that, you have the blue pill and you have the red pill in the matrix, but both pills are more of the same. And Christ came, and he doesn't do anything with pills. He doesn't bother about politics. He's not going to interfere with anything. He just creates a new reality. So understanding how important it is what our consciousness looks at, because we too are creator beings. And that's the reason, like this, Carl Schwab said, the future doesn't just happen. The future is built by us. I mean, these words says everything. He doesn't say it's created by us. No, it's built by us. He says it exactly the way it is. And that the future just doesn't happen. No, of course not. Not their future. You understand? So they need us to create their future. The matrix is actually maintained and supported by humanity. Our consciousness, the way we think about things, especially when large numbers of people think the same way, that is crucial for the continuity of the agenda of the three beings, the Yahweh, the Satan, and the Lucifer. So once you understand that, you're probably more motivated to get yourself free from the system and free from your emotions holding you in the system, with fears and worries and not knowing what to do, and all the stuff. And we're going to work today on on this part, okay? So for instance, this book of Revelations, okay, so it's very unclear why this ever came from. It's not, there are different sources, they say different things. um and But this book in the Bible has been explaining, the what is going to happen in the future. And for eons we've been reading these books. Christians around the world are all reading this book, and especially at this time, the people are recognizing, the pale horse and this thing, and the mark of the beast, and and everybody is just adding into this creation. And I believe when you're a creator being, this is really interesting. Just you're omniscient and you're omnipresent, and omnipotent. So you can do everything. You're able to create everything. Omniscient is that you know things, but when you're omniscient, that means that you know the beginning and the end. You know what's going to happen. They know what's going to happen. They know they're going down. That's what they know. And so they think, okay, so if we're going to go down, let's go down together. That's actually their agenda. And so they created this thing, which has been created forever because these beings have been here, 200,000 years. So I believe all these things are part of their plan and part of their creation. And I think our lives this year is going to be really crazy. I'm sure we're going to see the craziest things we couldn't possibly imagine last year. So when we toast the coming year to 2026, I'm sure if we make it, we're going to say, my gosh, we did it. And yet another year behind us, and what a year it was. And I really believe that once you're connected to your essence, you'll be going through smooth as silk. So understand that these three beings collaborate, and when it suits them, and they are rivals when normally they are rivals, but they collaborate when it suits them, and they're very intelligent, especially Lucifer. So they use humans as a living pawn in the game, and they're playing out their game. So again, it's not about the red pill, it's not about the blue pill. it's the third option. You see the third option in the middle, your connection with Divine Father. That's exactly what the idea is. So, because there's truly a way out of the simulation. But as long as you believe that what you're experiencing is real, as long as you're attached to the values of it, as long as your ego is connected to, wanting to be seen or understood, or, if you need people looking up at you, or you're fighting for your existence, whatever it is you're doing, and you're buying into this illusion, it's going to keep you in this Truman show until you actually say, okay, now I'm done. I'm done with it, and I'm gonna overcome my fears like he did. He took his sailing boat, and even though he was afraid of the water, he went sailing Norway, and I mean, he until he found the end of the dome. And I think we found the end of the dome. I honestly believe this is the way out. So let's go back to who we are. So most of us understand we have different auric layers. Okay, so we have the physical body, we have the physical blueprint. That's this blue one here. We have an emotional body, we have a mental body, and we have our higher emotional and mental layers. And we refer to all this as the soul. Okay, so these words, soul and stuff, everybody has a different way of looking at it. And then all of this would be in this little bowl. This is actually, it used to be my logo for my company and Claritas. This is your universal self. So you see here the being connected in his sacred space, and there is this another aspects which we call our universal self. And until just recently, I believe this was the highest part of our being connected to our physical aspect. But and to reach that aspect, you have to be in a frequency of 800 hertz at least. Okay, so but what I discovered when I discovered my essence, which was in the summer, I started, um, you know, com- having more contact with my essence. I understood that my universal self was still in the matrix. That's really interesting. So when you do your connection from here, you do your connection with Divine Father, you're still having to, work through this matrix, and this gets distorted and influenced, and then of course you need all kinds of beings to help you to maintain this connection. But once you're in your divine essence, you see here divine essence and divine creator is just one and the same. Actually, you also are one and the same, only we have this crazy matrix that's, dividing us into two. So, understanding our essence is the sum of all our incarnations here on earth, okay? So, all our incarnations, we have this essence who's holding that information, but it's also shared with our spirit family. So it's a very big part of our it's our essence. So our divine and our spirit family is an aspect of our being, and our essence is an expression of that. Okay, so the essence is here and is connected to actually mostly only the earth from here, but it's you have a larger aspect which is even on other planets and stuff. But just imagine this divine essence is above all of our incarnations. So I hope that makes sense. And now this essence, we I noticed that it's important for us, once we connect to our essence, that we create him as if he's like 50 meters high. So I think that's about 24 stories high. if you would have an apartment building. So this big, it's a huge being, because it needs to look at you as if you're just as big as your thumb. Okay, so your avatar should be as big as your thumb. And I know some people are able to visualize, and other people are having a harder time doing that. But um, um, try to visualize yourself this small, because once, if you're larger, then you're probably experiencing an out of body experience. You don't want that. So you want to be, you want to merge in the essence, and you look through his eyes and you look down at yourself as a little avatar playing in this game. Now, as a game, so imagine your essence has a sort of a computer in front of it, and it has a display, a start screen of a game. All right. So let's see. Um, we have, this is you, and these are your qualities and character traits. Okay. So this is what makes who you are. All this information is in there, and it's all coded. Okay. This is also your physical expression. Your consciousness points is also an interesting aspect, because once you experience something which is hard for you to solve, you have a problem that you really need to solve, um, you solve it, you get a lot of consciousness points. If you do something which is new, which is different, you get consciousness points. So, I said sometimes, if you're afraid of heights and you jump out of an airplane, and that, will give you lots of consciousness points. But if your parachute doesn't open, and then you fall down, well, at least you get extra consciousness points, and then it's game over and you start all over again. But at least you had these consciousness points that you're going to keep forever. That's going to be in your essence. I mean, just trying to give you an idea of how it looks like. So, and then we have the trauma and beliefs. So, in the trauma and beliefs, you find various codes running through our system. These are the programs, okay? So they include fear, insecurities, traumas, sadness, anger, anything you can think of. These are all there. And some of these codes are layered. You would see layers as if it's, uh, glass layers with codes. And these glass layers represent different lives. So sometimes you'll see here codes, or I'll see here codes, but I'll see them layered. And then with the finger of our divine essence, he's going to, select these codes. And then with the breath of creator, which I always use, we breathe in and we breathe out, and he clicks on delete, and gone. These codes are gone. You'll notice a difference in your healing. I mean, this is amazing. It really works. So this way of healing works so much stronger, faster than the way I used to do as a little avatar, healing the stuff. Through my essence, I can heal, in a very deep level. So the more of these codes you clear, the less connected you'll be to the system, or at least that's the goal. And understand that we are the simulation. We are the simulation, and we create our reality through the universal language of mathematics and codes. Okay. So we are maintaining ourselves in this system as long as we keep ourselves in the system. So, we have things, we're constantly pulling and pushing, wanting things or rejecting other things. I want this, I seek balance, I need unity, I want love, I want protection, I want this and that and whatever. And as long as you're in this system, wanting all these things, you're not in peace, you're not in a neutral point. I mean, of course, it doesn't mean that you can't create, but if you have this thing that's always, if you're always looking for something which you can't have, you're pushing and pulling, and you can't pull anything because you're only creating more of the same that you don't have. So you need to go and look at, the root cause of why do you want something? Why do you seek balance? What's behind this need? What is behind, the things that you want, or what's behind the things you don't want? Why are you angry? Why are you sad? So you can't clear sadness without understanding where sadness comes from. You need to go to the root cause, and you can clear it in one go. But and once you clear it, it just goes forever. It's not going to come back. And that's the cool part. So now, what do we do? So what we do, this looks kind of complicated, but I'm trying to, um, I'm gonna try to show you how this works. Okay, so first of all, we go to our essence. So we do our connection, short connection, so that we are here. And then with our intention, we go to our essence. From our essence, we look down to the avatar. We see the avatar as big as our thumb. We breathe in. And once we've had that, once we've seen ourselves as this avatar, we turn to Divine Father. Okay? So I say, okay, so the essence looks up to Divine Father, and the essence breathes in. He inhales, and he exhales to the Divine Father. Okay, that's the first thing. Divine Father inhales. Well, I need another inhale. He inhales, and he exhales again to the essence. Okay, so sounds very complicated, but you'll see once we do our meditation. So the essence inhales, the Divine Father exhales. Essence inhales, Divine Father exhales. I'm going to ask you at some point to feel what it feels like to be the essence inhaling Divine Father. That's going to be a different and new experience, I'm sure. Once you've done that and it's a bit established, then we go to the essence. The essence inhales from the Divine Father, and then he exhales towards the avatar. Okay? The avatar is going to inhale while the essence exhales. He transmutes it and he exhales. And then the Divine Father will inhale from the avatar and exhale towards the essence. So this is the loop. And the essence will inhale the Divine Father and exhale towards the avatar. The avatar will inhale from the essence and exhale towards the Divine Father. Divine Father inhales. And just imagine the Divine Father will scoop the inhale. He scoops it up. He scoops everything up that the avatar is holding within himself. Only that you will notice how healing that is going to be just by doing this. So you can see yourself from this, as the essence looking down to the avatar in his sacred space. And we also can use, the fingers of the essence to clear your avatar. So these are two ways of clearing your space by either using, the codes or using the blue fingers of the avatar. So this is actually my presentation for now, and I'm going to give you some time to ask me some questions. How was this? Okay, so these questions. Anybody, any questions? It's been a lot of information. I understand. I know. Still, let me know how this feels. Is it okay? Is it logical? Do you need any?
I think
Any
someone asked
question?
in the chat if Lucifer is bigger than the Divine Father. So maybe if you could talk about that.
Lucifer bigger than the Divine Father? No way. No, okay, okay. So where's Lucifer? I'm going to show you where Lucifer is. No way. No, Lucifer is quite a large being. And sometimes he is um sometimes they think he's Jesus because he brings a lot of light. Satan has turned himself so far away from the source that he represents the ultimate darkness. But Lucifer is this little part here, this teeny tiny part, and this is Divine Father. I mean, how can Lucifer be big? He's For us, he's big, but he's not big. Does it make sense, Julie?
Yes, it makes sense. Yeah, I kind of I was familiar with that. I was just saying someone I think asked that in the chat. So but
Say that
yeah,
again.
someone had asked that in the chat
Yeah.
in one of the questions.
Oh,
So
okay, but it's impossible. How could Lucifer? How could anything be bigger than Divine Father? I mean,
right.
the Divine Father of our major universe is bigger, and Creator Source is bigger, but that's it. I mean, this. I mean, no, it's not possible. All right. Anyone else? Question? Melissa, no questions?
Yeah, it may be a little bit off topic, but I was wondering, I saw on your website like characteristics of, I think it was Satan or Lucifer, like how they are or what
Yeah.
are. But yeah, I see some hoe is het, overeenkomst
Yeah. They overlap. Yeah, absolute.
with people, like
Of course, but we are in their consciousness.
that's how it works. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
They connect
That's
with
the
them
thing.
because of their pain or their trauma or
No, because we're in their field. I mean, so
yeah.
the earth is in the stomach of Yahweh, and Yahweh is in the stomach of Satan, and Satan is in the stomach of Lucifer.
Mm.
This is your Matrushka, the Matrushka dolls.
Yeah, the Russian, yeah, dolls,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Russian dolls. Yeah. So, um, no, and there's no way out because we're in their field, and Lucifer is especially very popular in the New Age world,
Mm.
because he's against wars. And so Yahweh and Satan, they enjoy wars.
Mm.
Um, they enjoy, putting people against each other. Lucifer is doesn't want to have anything to do with that. He's not at all interested in that. It doesn't feed him. Lucifer needs your consciousness. He wants your mind. So this whole AI thing is very Luciferian.
Mm.
Consciousness stuck in a robot. That is typical Lucifer. Lucifer will never speak of creator. Will never use the term God, creator. Yahweh does, and actually all the religions are really his. Comes from his side, and Satan laughs at anything or anyone that calls himself God. So he feels himself superior to that. And Lucifer feels himself superior to both of them and wants nothing to do with that. But it's when you think about it, the pain and suffering and stuff, that's very, this is very low energy. And then you go into Lucifer's field, and it feels like it's a breath of fresh air. So you believe that that's the consciousness you want to be in, because it feels so harmonious, but it's a misleading energy. He's the false light. I mean, he's a light bearer, but it's the false light. It's not the light of Creator. So at the end of the day, they all will be against Jesus in some or another way. So either they portray Jesus on the cross as being a victim
Yeah.
and looking, showing him as a trophy. So, this is how we view, this is the Son of God. Look what we do to him. Or he's either on the cross or he's a helpless little baby. But he's not who he really is. So we're not going to mention that. And Satan does everything the opposite of what, Christianity is actually a construct of Yahweh. It comes from his side. And so Satan does the opposite. Satan is he's the rebel. He goes against everything, everything, everything. And goes into the deepest, the darkest depth. But at the end of the day, being here on this planet with all these energies, it's going to give you a lot of consciousness points. This is why you came here. You came here because you thought, wow, this is a unique time in history to be able to experience all these things, because you can't experience this anywhere else. I mean, this is the crazy part here. They've disconnected themselves from source. I mean, where do they do that? There's no way you can normally disconnect yourself. So this is an experience, and nothing's gonna happen because it's a simulation. So at the end of the day, you're still there. But you go into a simulation the way you would go into a simulation of an airplane, and then you crash your airplane, and you step out of the simulation, and you're still there. I mean, nothing happened. As long as we believe that we're in a simulation, nothing's going to happen. But if you start believing that it's true, and you're in the simulation and you're flying your plane and you're about to crash, you're going to get traumatized. But if you understand that you're in a simulation, you go, okay, well, let's see what's going to happen if I crash. Well, okay, I'm crashed, game over. I'll come back again. You see, when you look at, ghosts, haunted figures, that's the best example you can possibly get. Because why is a spirit haunted? Because he cannot let go. He cannot let go of his life. He cannot let go of his trauma. He's still fighting a war. He's still, that's the reason these beings are still stuck on this earth plane, because of their beliefs. So the more you're able to let go, the more you're free. And the more you're able to stand next to this whole thing and watch it as a movie and go, wow, this is amazing. We're living in such an amazing time. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
So you'll notice that your essence is totally neutral. We're gonna go. So I'm gonna give you a little break, and you can think of maybe some things that you would like to release, and you can put that in the chat. Your essence is definitely divine energy, of course. Of course, your essence is an expression. Sorry, I'm reading something of the chat. Your essence is an expression of Divine Father. It's just one and the same. It's an expression. It's not something, it's not something separate. Cannot be separate. We are separate. We are separate in this assimilation. We feel separate, let's say, but we're not. Makes sense? Yeah? Does it sound cool? Okay, so what I'm going to ask you now is, you know, put some of your things that you would like to release, because how about if we, okay, it doesn't matter. whatever you would like to release or heal, just put on in the chat, and we're going to work with that. And I'm going to give you 5 minutes just to have some sip of water or go to the bathroom, and then we'll come back, and then we're going to start doing our healing from there. Okay? Do you need to ask me anything in person still before? So I see. Oh, interesting releases. Yeah, it's true. Every time, but even for me, every time I connect with my essence, there's every time other aspects that I'm learning and I'm understanding. Okay, so we've got different things to heal. And what we're gonna go and do at some point is I'm gonna speak out a few things that I don't know. I'm giving you guys a heart, but sometimes the heart doesn't stick. um. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you to when we do our connection with our essence, at some point when we're gonna work, we're gonna you're gonna project your own issue. So I'm gonna do something collective, and I'm gonna give you some space so that you can add your own issue to it, and then we'll ask. We're gonna, you know, release it from your screen, with the codes. So for now, we're gonna experience our essence. Yeah, well, you're gonna detach yourself from stories and people. The more you work with your essence, the more you're gonna notice this. So now you wrote your, the stuff that you would like to release. Okay, so just just feel and feel what it feels like within yourself, and then after our connection, see if you still can feel the same feeling. Okay, so we're gonna just check and see how that feels. So sit straight up. I'm going to start our connection. So you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. We ask and intend to connect powerfully to Source. And just imagine a thin beam of light from Source. And the reason I do this is because we, remember we have all these different layers, auric layers. And sometimes these auric layers, they don't match, they don't fit on top of each other. So by doing this, what I'm going to do now is going to help align all your auric fields on top of each other into each other. And that too is going to make a difference, because if you're very active or you're very stressed or whatever, you'll notice that, your emotional field might be there, your mental field might hang out of your body. So we're going to bring this all together. So now breathe in again, breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Connect to Creator, to our Divine Father, Creator, in the center of our universe. So you've seen the picture, just go into the center, just your intention is enough. And just imagine this beam of light coming from Source, all the way from Source, through the universe, all the way down to our galaxy. Breathe in and out. And from the galaxy going down into our planetary system. Towards the Earth. And just imagine that this beam of light is about 5 centimeters in diameter, so a few inches. Just imagine that this beam of light is just hovering above your head. Just hold it there for a moment, and just imagine that all your aspects, all the different layers of your being, all your auric layers, are in alignment through this beam of light. Okay, so now breathe in and out, and let this beam of light go through the top of your head, through your head, through your neck, through your chest, through your belly. And just let this beam of light go through the whole of your body, between your legs, and anchor it down into the center of the earth. Okay, so breathe in and out. And just feel how you feel. Okay, so now our intention is to connect to our essence. Okay, so just breathe in and out. And all you need to do is intend to be in your essence. Just swap your vision, you swap places into your essence, and you're looking down and you're seeing yourself sitting there as this little avatar figure, just sitting there, and try to keep or create this distance so that it's as large as your thumb. So you have to go back and back and back and see if you're able to visualize yourself sitting there as a small avatar. Okay, so you breathe in and out. Just take your time. And if you're not such a great visualizer, it doesn't matter, just your intention is enough. So once you've seen yourself sitting there, you turn around and you focus towards the Divine Father. Okay? Your essence breathes in, and that means that you too breathe. You are the essence, you are the avatar, and you are Divine Father, because you truly are all of them, because there's no separation. So your essence breathes in, and your essence breathes out. Divine Father, breathe in, and Divine Father, breathe out. Your essence, breathe in. Your essence, breathe out. Avatar, no, sorry. Your essence, breathe out. So, Divine Father, breathe in. Breathe out. Your Divine Father breathes out. Your essence, breathe in. Your essence, breathe out. Your essence, or Divine Father, breathe in. Divine Father, breathe out. Your essence, breathe in. Your essence, breathe out. Divine Father, breathe in. Divine Father, breathe out. Essence, breathe in. Your essence, breathe out. Divine Father, breathe in. Divine Father, breathe out. Your essence, breathe in. Your essence, breathe out. And just for a moment, just feel. How does it feel? How does this connection feel between your essence and your Divine Father? Just make a mental note if you want, or write it down. Just feel. Do you notice that there's just one energy, this one flow. There's no separation. There's nothing in between. Okay, so now we do it again. The essence, breathe in. The essence, breathe out. Divine Father, breathe in. And unconditional love is being breathed out by the Divine Father into your essence. Again, your essence is picking this up, scooping up all this unconditional love, transmuting it, transforming it, and blowing it out now into the avatar. And just imagine the avatar is now right underneath you. So the avatar takes up this energy, pure energy, and the breath of your essence. He breathes in, and the avatar uses this to replenish itself, and it breathes out. And the Divine Father scoops the energy from the avatar, all the dark energies, the programs, everything that is ready to release. This Divine Father just scoops it, transmutes it, transforms it, and brings it back to the essence, just bringing it clear and cleaned so that the essence can breathe it in, use all the consciousness points, and just breathe out pure and unconditional love towards the avatar. The avatar breathes in, and the avatar breathes out. Divine Father scoops this energy in, transmutes it, transforms it, and breathes out. The essence breathe in, the essence breathe out towards the avatar. The avatar breathe in, and they breathe out again. And just imagine that this loop keeps going, okay? So now go into your heart center and open your eyes. And let me know how this felt for you. So what did you notice? For those who are new to this, let me know what you feel. Melissa, how did it feel?
Should I share?
Yeah?
Yeah, when I was breathing from the Divine Father to the Avatar, I could feel some emotion, like feeling compassion towards the Avatar, but also like feeling the Avatar isn't really aware of that. Yeah, unconditional love. Yeah,
Mm.
touched at me. Yeah, I'm feeling more peaceful now.
So how did this feel? How was your experience with um the essence and divine father? Could you feel that?
Um, yeah, the divine father felt more peaceful and more powerful.
Yeah.
But I find it hard to describe how it felt. Like, yeah.
But have you ever tried to connect to divine father before and with your connection? Did you have you ever done that before?
Yeah, like, but then I call it like God, like when I
Yeah.
pray
Yeah.
or meditate.
Does it feel different?
Um, now I can feel more like have more feeling by it.
Yeah.
Then yeah,
Feels different.
or praying to God. It feels different. Yeah,
Very different.
yeah.
Who else would like to share? Julie, how was your experience?
It was beautiful. I feel lighter. And when you were saying the essence is, or the divine father is breathing the essence, and I just visualize all the codes, just releasing him, surrendering him to divine father, and clearing the codes. Um, so it felt like there was like a releasing.
Yeah.
And then when you mentioned the unconditional, the love of divine father, I just felt this. I felt it's like I kind of shifted my where I was to like experiencing this love, this like an unconditional love coming down.
Oh, okay. Uh, Narjas, am I pronouncing your name right? Ah,
Okay, hi. I actually was it still continue doing it. It was amazing. It was really interesting for me because I feel like something bigger was giving me the love because I was doing the meditation or things. I feel like I was trying to do it myself, not this divine life make it divine love um, make a difference that something bigger is changing and transforming and cleaning my all layers and auras and
yes.
giving that love and was much powerful and beautiful. Thank you.
Actually, what you're doing, what the idea is that you're doing is that you're giving the remote back to your essence. You know, that's
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Yes.
Oh, we've been doing it all on our own all the time, but now you're just giving back the remote and you'd say, okay, you guide us, you guide me, you know better.
That's true. That was amazing.
And then you are the presence of Divine Father because I mean, the avatar cannot be this, not connected to its essence. It just has this feeling it might not be connected, but it's always connected, cannot be not connected. So now you're just, letting the flow of creator come through you and you're just, like an ambassador on this planet. How
That's
cool is that?
amazing. And one more thing, it was very aligned for me when you said align all the your layers with this light, and because now is the planets also aligned, so
Yes,
this
exactly.
connection makes very sense.
Yeah, exactly. And we're just using this energy just to, making it stronger so that also this can, be put in the collective. So other people who come after us are able to connect easier and faster. And, the more people that do it, the faster it gets and the less explanation we need and the easier it gets.
Thank you. One question. I didn't understand the last part of explanation you was doing, that you can clean the code, and then you said that you can clean it also with the blue fingers.
Yes, we're
Can
gonna
you
do
explain
this.
that a little bit? Oh, you're gonna do
Yeah,
that.
we're
Okay.
gonna do it. We're
Thank
gonna do it now. We're gonna try that one, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Anyone else would like to share? I'd really like to hear Hadi and Leah. I don't know who that is. And Dominique, would you like to share?
It was for me very natural with breathing
Yes.
from divine fiber essence to avatar.
Yeah,
For me, like life, it is
that's true.
life. So yeah, I have not so much words, but it give me trust. It give me yeah, and
Si vous voulez, vous pouvez parler en français.
no, but for the rest of the group is not so.
Never mind. Other people
I
will.
know it's very kind. Um,
Maybe,
it touch
some
it,
words that you're
yes,
searching
it,
for.
it 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 touched me.
Oh, I love that. That's why I'm doing this work. This is the gift. I love doing this work.
I feel now very very warm. You know,
Very what?
yeah, the energy. I feel warm. I feel in life.
Yes.
You know what I
Well,
mean? I burn now. You know,
yes.
it's
This the
like
funny.
something is wake up in me.
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
love that, Marie Dominique. Listen, the funny thing is, it sounds as if you're dissociating by going outside of you and connecting to something, bigger somewhere. But the funny thing is, the more you do this, the more alive you're going to feel, the more grounded you're going to feel, the more you're going
Yes,
to enjoy life. You're going to taste things different. You're going to see things different. There's this just life going through you.
and when I'm now sharing with the group, I realize I was complete disconnected.
But we were all. This is the thing. We've always
Yes,
been disconnected.
yes, but it's so yeah, so
Yeah.
simple exercise, so simple
Yes.
practice it can,
Yes.
yeah,
And without needing anybody outside of you, no guru, no, I don't know, nothing. It's just you, your essence, and creator, nothing else.
yes,
Like no I am that I am thing or energy from here or thing from there. Nothing. Just, that. And it's always with you. You can never lose it. The more
thanks,
you're going to do this, the more you're going to enjoy it, and
yes,
life will be so different from now.
yeah, it's yeah, I feel in my body, really in my whole cells.
I love it.
You know, it's yes, very it's like yeah, it's incarnation for me just to.
Oh, it is true.
That's why we are here.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, Marie Dominique, for sharing. Okay. Anyone else would like to share? Hadi and Leah or Jeanette? How are you doing there?
It was feeling nice, but I'm completely
tired.
You guys are both very tired. I can
Yeah.
see that. Yes. It's very hard to focus. Yep.
But
I
I
I
see
can
that.
feel my body.
More.
Yeah.
Cool. I noticed when we were doing the alignments that you were coming back. Because I notice all of you when we're doing connection, I can see what's happening to some people. And I've seen you by connecting the beam of light, that's when you started waking up again. Right? Theory?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Cool. Anyone else? Krista, Marlene, Angelique, anyone? All right, if you don't have anything. Oh, Martijn. Martijn, you've never done it before. How was your experience?
Yeah. I felt a very, very lovely connection. A bit different than I used to do it.
A little bit.
So it's still, actually, I had cold feet, cold hands. It's all warm now.
Cool.
So I'm a little bit vibrant in my body. So
Don't
yeah,
you think
really
it's
cool.
amazing? It's so
Absolutely.
different.
Yeah.
Yes, it's really different. I see Heidi say, I feel flushed like the plumbing is working after being sluggish. It's really cool. Yes, the energy is building up. We're gonna do the lights. We're gonna do some of this, and we're gonna do the codes. We're gonna do this. Yeah, Chuckling.
Okay. For me, it felt more like a unity for the first time that I had this whole connection.
Yeah,
So it felt like a circle,
yeah.
and it gives a lot of warmth as well. Yeah,
It's amazing, right? You
yeah,
feel more alive.
yeah,
Yeah. So wish you guys
and
gonna do
trustful,
this. Sorry.
trustful,
Yeah, you
full
have
of
more
trust.
trust. Yeah. Cool. All right, so now we're gonna
Thank
see
you.
if you still have some energies of or some stuff that you still remember from your, what you would like to clear. Just keep that in mind. See if it's gone. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. We're gonna just see on which stage it's gonna change in your energy field. So, if it's still there, then it's there. Don't think about it. It's okay. And if it's not there, enjoy that it's not there. So now we're going to do a short breath, and we're going to go again into the avatar of sorry, in the essence. So we always start with the essence, and we always end with the avatar. So we're going to go into the essence, and then the essence is going to look at the avatar from the top, just like sorry. Let me see, like this one. So from the top, you're going to see yourself standing there, and then all that the because I never do any clearings. I never have to clear out dark energies. What I do is I use the fingers, two fingers of the of the essence, and he just goes into your energy field, just turns around like this. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I couldn't get AI to do what I wanted, but this is the best I could do. So now you have to think of the rest, okay? So now we're going to go again. We do a little breath work. Okay, so you breathe in and out. We ask an intent to connect to our essence. I'm going to take our bird's eye view again and see yourself just as far as you can. Not too far. Some of you are going really far. Not too far, just as far as your thumb. The avatar has to be as big as your thumb. So keep that in mind, okay? Some of you haven't come back. Okay. So now just imagine it's standing there underneath. It's just standing. Even though you're sitting, just imagine your avatar is standing. And just look at your energy field. Just watch it. Okay. So well, maybe it has cleared by the scoops of energy from Divine Father. It's possible. But maybe there's still some dark energy left. So just imagine now the essence is coming in with his fingers straight down into your energy field. And some of you could use your eyes open. I'm usually one always watching what I'm doing, but you can keep your eyes closed, whatever you want, but use your fingers. Do it actually physically because usually that helps. So with two fingers, you go through your just the energy field of your avatar. And that's it. You stop. You don't need to go forever. Just feel. And what does it do? How do you feel? And you see that the energy, your sacred space, just light up. How do you feel? Do you feel any difference? And go back to your original question that you wanted to release. See if that has been released by what we've done until now. If not, then not. If yes, keep that in mind. You can also put something in the chat, whatever. Okay, so now another thing we can do is we're going to look at the avatar and we're going to clear the physical body. Okay, so now just imagine. Just imagine, look at me, eyes open. I have here. Just imagine this is your avatar, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to use the fingers to clear the energy like this. Okay? And by doing this, we're going to clear the physical aspect of your avatar. So if you have pains in your body, whatever, we're going to clear it that way. Okay? So now you breathe in and out and just open your fingers and let the avatar come in between and just stroke your avatar. You don't need to do it a lot of times, just once or twice, and that's enough. And just your intention is to clear the energy, your physical energy. So your fascia is being cleared, the blood is being cleared, your bone structure, your hair, your skin, your lungs, your heart, your spleen, your intestines, your bladder, your kidneys. Just imagine all your organs are being cleaned and cleansed. And if you had a cold or you're still coughing or you're having problems with your head, just imagine now that these fingers are magnetic, okay? We want them magnetic now. So we're going to create this magnetic field in between the fingers, and we're going to just move that through your avatar. And just imagine that all the graphene oxide and everything that's magnetic and not natural, all the stuff that's in your body that shouldn't be there, is just glued to the fingers of your essence. Just so clear the energy and just take your time. So let's start again from the top of your head. Go through your head so your brain is cleared, your head is cleared, your neck, your throat. Go through your lungs, your stomach, intestines, your bladder, your sexual organs, I'm going to go down with the fingers, and everything is stuck to the fingers. Everything that's not supposed to be there, just stuck to the fingers, okay? So just clear your thighs, your knees. We have lots of stuff in the knees. Just breathe in if you feel that's necessary. Just breathe in and out, and just keep clearing you and going down your ankles, your feet, to the bottom of your feet, and just imagine your essence just pulls away the fingers. So now the avatar is totally cleaned and cleansed, and the essence just transmutes, transforms it back into energy, and it has, it's nothing. And just feel how you feel now. See if you have any issues still left, which issues you still have. What did you feel before we started? You can open your eyes now. Let's share. See how it feels. What did you notice? Who would like to share? I see Theory, you are looking better. You're feeling better. You're more awake.
Yeah, like the woolness is gone out of my head.
Yeah.
Fog, the brain fog,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Great work. Jeanette?
Yeah, I'm less tired.
Cool. It's later, but you're less tired, which is a good thing. Let's see who we have. Emily, I know you had some physical issues, I thought. Am I right?
Yeah, I have a very painful buttock at night. I mean, it's hard for me now to, of course, check that out because it happens in the middle of the night.
Okay.
But
Let's see.
I'm now during all these work, I'm very jumpy. It's a jumpy, funny energy. So it's a little bit too much. I have to tone it down. That's what I'm.
You can tell your essence to just,
Exactly.
relax. We're gonna end with some quiet energy so that we can, sleep well.
Yeah, I feel electrified.
Yeah. I can, I feel like John Travolta now. Yeah. Okay. So just see if you have also the other issues you had maybe before, what you would like to clear. Anyone else would like to share? Margriet? You would like to share anything? No, it's okay. Narges, would you like to share? Are you okay? Marianne? Oh yeah, Narges, okay.
Yes. I feel like clear. I feel like some clearance or something, and I feel like I maybe need more practice. This is the first
Of
time
course.
I think I
Yeah.
get
We're
catch.
doing so much in such a short
Yes.
time. I mean, this is
Yes.
actually like a whole course, but I
Yeah.
feel, why not? And we take our time. Who cares?
Yes. But I like it. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Martijn, how does it feel with your headache? Has it changed?
Well, it was already gone this morning.
Oh, okay.
But I was working on some other issues.
And do you feel a difference?
Not yet, but I think it takes some time.
Okay. All right. So let's move on to the codes. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you guys to project on this screen. So this is the start screen of your avatar thing, and we can add on the trauma and beliefs. We're going to add all kinds of beliefs that we're going to clear. So I'm going to do the main thing that we usually have. So we're going to breathe in and breathe out. Okay, connect to your essence again. You only can do this when you've already done, breathing with Divine Father. Never just connect to your essence and think that you're actually in your essence. You always have to do the breath first to make sure that there's not another entity pretending to be your essence, because another entity will never connect to Divine Father. So, that's, then at least you're okay. So now let's go to your essence, but we've done the breath. So you breathe in. As the essence, you look down to your avatar, knowing connected to Divine Father. Now this essence just takes this start screen, and there's your avatar. And just imagine now you have these traumas and beliefs, and on this trauma and beliefs, you're going to project the things that you would like to release. So first project that, and everything will be cleared at the same time. So just project it for yourself. Just what you wrote in the chat. Okay. And now I'm going to go into using the collective, also you guys, all of it. We're going to go and clear the beliefs or the fear. There's a lot of fear. We always have so much fear about everything. And sometimes we have the fear of connecting to Divine Father. I don't feel this in this group, actually. This is interesting. In the other group, I did feel that. But still, we're going to clear that to make sure. So the fear of connecting to Divine Father, the fear of being punished, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of having to work harder even, never finished. You're not good enough, so therefore you have to keep on working. But you can do things out of joy, or you can do things because you have to. Well, have to is one of the, remember the picture of someone pulling or pushing. You don't want to push, you don't want to pull. You want to be neutral in everything you do. So you breathe in and out. I'm going to add some more fears, the fear of not knowing what's going to happen next. That's interesting. I feel the fear of death, or it's probably not death on its own. It was, yeah. There are some people in the group that believe that when you die, you'll be back in the reincarnation loop, which is, of course, the thing that's happening all the time. But I need to tell you this, that once you're connected to your essence, when your time has come, you automatically, without a doubt, automatically will connect back to your essence. You will not be able to go back into any reincarnation loop. The minute you connect to your essence and to Divine Father, this is your connection. This is your way out, because this is the way out of this matrix in the first place. So you don't need to have this fear anymore. But maybe the fear of suffering, the fear of losing loved ones. But that means that you believe in this simulation. So we're going to take all these fears, and maybe you can add your own fears and other belief systems in it. And just imagine these are codes coming into in the field. I can see huge bunch of codes, and I can see different layers of them as well. So we're going to ask and intend to release all these codes in all dimensions and all directions of time. This happens automatically. And with the voice of Creator, we're going to just release this, and just imagine this these blue fingers of your essence is just gonna go over these codes and then clear it and use the delete button to release it. Okay, so just imagine this is happening. It's clearing out. So you're selecting with the blue fingers all these codes. With the voice of creator, we just delete it and push on the red button. You breathe in and you breathe out. All right. Come back again. You can open your eyes. How does it feel? Anybody? Okay, go, Frank. Can you check the question you had before? Is it still there or is it different? Can't hear you. I can't hear you.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's different now.
What's different?
Well, fear for others. What will happen to them? I suspect they are an illusion in this life.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And they are just you with another face. They are here to experience another experience.
That's
They
my
don't need to
experience
experience
too.
what you experience.
No. It's,
I mean, you never lose anyone.
No. That's what I know now. Thank you.
Oh, cool. Do you really feel it?
No.
Cool.
No.
And usually, you know, a fear like that has a lot of it's like it's got, you know, roots going into other belief systems. And so when you clear this one, others will go away as well. You just take a few days and you'll notice that things will change and manifest differently for you. Every time we do clearing, this yet another layer that we're clearing. Cool. Yeah. Anyone else want to share something that you've put in your in the chat that has changed? Okay, battery's low. Yeah, clean canvas. That's exactly what we need. Yeah. Definitely. There's a way out. Definitely. And when we are in addiction, it's part of, this whole program. It's a program. And all we need to do is find the program of addiction and clear it, and then you're free from that. It's really, well, I mean, we've been used to do everything through the avatar in such a small way, and now there's, yeah, so cool. So it went deep. How nice. All right, so we're gonna close off this webinar. We're gonna go back into our essence because we were there just now. We're gonna ask the essence to bring the avatar into a nice, soft sleep modus. So let's go back. You breathe in and out. And just imagine the essence. And you'll notice the essence is so neutral. He really couldn't care what you're doing as long as you're just having fun. So, because whatever you're experiencing, it's going to add to his consciousness mass. Well, having consciousness points. So he's always neutral. There's never, he will never tell you off. He'll never say you're stupid. I mean, there's nothing. He's just so unconditional because he's an expression of our Divine Father. That's why. So there's nothing to want or to need or to have. So now just imagine this essence is there and he looks down at the avatar. And you know what? Let's have the essence cradle the avatar. So just imagine this avatar he goes and cuddles up in the hand, and he's gonna make a little scoop, and just the avatar is gonna lie down in the hand of the essence, and the essence is just gonna bring the energy of pure unconditional love. It brings, quiets down the avatar, wraps it in a blanket of love, pure, pure love. And quiet. Just imagine there's like a volume knob, and he just turns on the volume down into the relaxed mode. And for us Europeans, we need to go to sleep. And for those abroad, you're starting your day, so you can decide how your volume knob is going to be on or off. So you decide. But just imagine he's just cradling this avatar with pure love. So you breathe in and out, and go with your intention back into the avatar, into who you are now. Just feel the presence of your essence around you. You breathe in, you breathe out. Go to your heart center. Feel the gratitude, the love, and also, of course, the excitement of finding a way out. Of course, that's okay. And just enjoy your day, your nights. And when you're ready, just open your eyes. Okay, so you breathe in and out. And there you go. So, how cool. Thank you all so much for attending, creating this space together. If you want to share something, you're welcome. If you need to leave, you're welcome. Just let me know. I'll be here. Yeah. You're welcome. Oh, I thank you too. You should thank Julie. She's the one behind this. How was it for you, Julie? She's the one who's
Well,
been
I
pushing
just
forever.
yeah, no, I wanted to just say thank you. This was so amazing. It was so beautiful. Um, it just the feeling of when you mentioned the blanket and just being held. Um, it was very touching.
Ah.
I truly felt like I was held by my
Mm.
essence and by divine father. It was so beautiful.
Mm. I'm so happy.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. We'll be doing this more often. I promise. Okay. Anyone else want to share something? Okay. You're all good. I send you all my love. More love. More love. And who knows, till next time, okay? And keep me posted. I
Bye
really would
bye.
love, if you share your experience in an email. That be nice. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye bye.